Hi everyone, welcome back to part 3 of this beautiful tree of life. So where we left off was at the halfway point. I did unravel 2 twists on this these two branches because I think they were up a little too high. You get one shot to do that. It'll only forgive you once. So let's get this beaded. I'm just going to pick up right where we left off with 4 beads and a twist and a leaf wherever we choose. And we're using the pink seed beads, and there are 6/0 in size, or 4mm, and 4mm bicones that you'll find in a playlist, and everything that I'm using I've purchased on Amazon. So after you put your beads, I like to put a few little twists and just carry on, and a leaf where needed, and I think one would do very nice right there. I'm using 3 bicones. You can use 1 big bead or 3 seed beads, whatever it is that you're using for your project. You can supplement and make it into a leaf if you choose to make leaves. I do. Very simple. As a matter of fact, the next project that I'm going to work on with you it has a lot of leaves, and it's done a little bit differently, so hopefully I'll see you there. I have already started, and so it won't take as long, and we'll make something beautiful. Again, thank you. I have so many new people here. It's exciting for me. And we'll just finish stringing these along. We'll go right to the next section before we get to the top of our hoop. It looks like only 2 beads. We'll see. We'll put 4. We'll see if that'll work. If not, I can take 2 off. Okay, now it is too long, but we're also going to pull this down to shape our tree. So we're going to work with that. Just put in a few twists, bring it to the top of your hoop, support your work, pass it through, keep your finger right on your work up here on those 2 little wires so that they don't slip and break your branch. Bring it down, pass it back up, and cross it over. And that's the way we do every single branch for every project. Oops, sorry about that. I just got stuck on my camera. Okay, now after you cut it, actually what we're going to do is just bend these down a little to pull this branch down. So to do that, put your work in your hand like this. You're going to push up with your fingers and down with your thumb to create a little bit of tension, and just pull this down a little bit. We're going to twist that big branch right there so that one there will fit right into our hoop. I'm sorry I banged that camera. I got interrupted. That's okay. That won't happen again. It's a little late, so usually I'm here bright and early, but not today. So let's just carry on. I'm going to move along quick on the rest of this project. I don't want it to take too long. I'm trying to make my videos a little bit shorter to accommodate all of us, myself as well. It gives me a time frame because I get carried away, guys. And once I start working, time goes by so fast. Okay, I think we'll put a leaf here. Always work with your longer wire when twisting so you don't come up short. If you do come up short, go to the playlist I have a big project that every single branch came up short. And I'll show you how to fix it if you break a wire or if your wire doesn't reach your hoop. It's unfortunate, but we can fix it. And just twist. Anytime you add leaves to your branch, you're going to have a long and a short wire. All the products that I use are from Amazon on this project, and most of my other projects as well. And you'll find all of them in a playlist. I did list everything in part 1 and 2, and I'll also do it again here for you. So that should help with all the questions, the things that I use, because I'll make them available to you. Okay, I should have done that a little different, but it's okay. I would like to have had another cluster right there, but you won't be able to tell. Just do the same for every branch. Bring it to your hoop, wrap it around. You'll have 2 wires right there, 2 little wires. And then cross it over and cut them off. I use tweezers because it allows me to get in there and just bend those 2 little wires back. I don't like to wrap it around my hoop. My preference, you can wrap it around. I used to do it that way. I like it this way. It looks neater for me. And it also allows me to get in with my pliers and put tension to tighten up my branches. And I'm really big on that, so. But you have to support your work. However it takes, fingers under, thumb on top. When you add your little bends, that's what makes your tree beautiful. But if you don't support them, when you do this, it will snap. Trust me, I break them. Not as much now. It took a while. But once it happens, it shouldn't happen again. And if it does, I'll show you how to fix it. Okay, so now we're going to have this branch on the top. We should actually have them both in the back. I think we'll do that because this branch is coming from the back. And I'm looking for some depth in this project. So we'll beat it from the back, and I'm not going to put a leaf there. Attach it to the hoop from the side that we bead. And I will put that twist back there. Okay. So I'm going to put 2 on the left. You can alternate. I'm using the pink and the clear bicones, or you can just put pink, more or less whatever falls on my wire. Oh, there was 3. Well, we'll take 2. Like that. Support your work while you twist with a finger on the back and your thumb on the front so that you don't break your wire. I think we'll add a leaf. Maybe make an adjustment on the branch on the length so that we can put another cluster. Let's see. Make it fit. If it looks like it's not going to fit, bear in mind you can put a few twists in because we're going to do them anyway. That'll help you. Just grab onto 3, little triangle, and add a few twists to tighten it right up there. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm going fast. I really want to finish this in one part. Yeah, we can do 4 more. I'm excited about embellishing and going on to the next project. I feel like I have so many things started and planned, and I just haven't gotten to them. So I'm going to have to find the time, and today I'm going to start. I've already started working on ideas for the project with the flowers. Now they are like an acrylic, but they're pretty, and I've got the crystals to do it. 8mm rainbow of color. And it's something different. It doesn't always have to be a tree, which usually it is. Tree is my thing. Oops. Alright, I'm going to just push those two little wires down like that. I try to get in there so you can see what I'm doing. And this is why I use the tweezers, because I can't get in there with the pliers. Now, what I wanted to do, I didn't push those two wires down right there, if you can see, because I need to pull this branch down a little bit more. So I'm just going to get right in to this little branch right here, give that a little twist, and now pull it right down so that I can put those wires down there. And I need the pointy ones. These tweezers here, they came in a set from the dollar store, and I have been using them for years. I do have lots of different kinds of pliers, but they can't do this. They can't get in there and bend those wires the way I like. So, tweezers it is. And, oops, I almost brought it back up in the front. I don't want that. Okay, so I think I'm going to put a leaf on this branch because that is the last branch before the next section. So we'll put 3 bicones on here. Now I'll go slow because the next project has more leaves. When you want to put a leaf of bicones or seed beads, put 3 if you want 3, or however many you want. I like to slide them down when I use 3 and hold on to them with my thumb. I like to take this wire and bring it right up to where I twisted, if you can see that right there, and then hold on to it and then grasp onto those 3 and just turn them until you fill in the space. If you have a big space to fill, slide them down further and then your leaf will hang lower. So you need to know that for the next project. It'll help you to know how to make a leaf. It's not hard, and I don't make them perfect. That's just not the way I roll, guys. It's a leaf. Once you put a whole bunch together on your tree, they're going to be beautiful. I have 4 on my wires. Just slide them down and hold on to them, pull them away from you, cross your wire over, and then add a few twists like that. Now, I think we'll put a leaf. We need a leaf there, or not. I don't think so, because you know what? Then we won't be able to put another cluster. So instead I'll put another twist in there, and we'll put a cluster. And we'll catch up with it on the other side. And that noise, if you hear it in the background, sounds like pigeons cooing. That's my cat. She's sleeping. She's old and she's snoring. She's funny. Miss Abby, those of you who know her. Okay, so now we're going to take our wire. If you don't support it, it's going to break down here. If not on this one, one of them. So hold your work in your hand, support it. I always use my finger. Hold on to my hoop, bring that up, bring it down, and then we'll pass it up. Now I'm holding it with my thumb, and back again with my finger, give it a tug. If you don't hold on to it, it's going to slide all over the place and it's going to weaken your wire. You don't want that. Bring it back up, and cross it over twice, once under and once over, and then you clip those 2 little tail wires off and push down the 2 wires that you just cut, like that. They won't get stuck on you, and they're not going to get stuck on curtains. It's just a good thing. So now I'm going to look at my tree from the front, make sure my wires are not exposed. Oops. And now it's a new section, that's why I put that leaf there. I put my work in the palm of my hand and push it up with my hand and hold it firmly with my thumb. I'm going to get in here and add a few little twists, and I move my thumb around to support each area that I'm working on so that it doesn't break. And now it looks like that. Pretty, very pretty. Now let's see. This is the back. When I say the back and the front, this branch right here is coming from the back side. This is where I have my depth for this project. That's why I wrapped it a little bit different. And now you can see this is the front of my tree, and this is the back. This branch is coming out from the back, so we're going to attach it to the hoop from the back. You don't have to go crazy with it if you don't want to. This was something, a different type of a twist than I usually do here on this channel anyway. There are so many different techniques that I'd like to start working on the channel with you. A lot of the projects that I do that are not tutorials I've shown, but you know, the technique is different. So the double hoop is a different technique, so we'll work on that. I'll share. I like to share for those who are interested, but I also need to keep in mind that I would like for everything here to accommodate everyone. I would love it to be beginner friendly for everybody that's not made a tree, and a little bit, not intermediate, but a little bit more detail to people that have already started making trees, a few different techniques and ideas. You know what I mean. I just like to keep it fun. I'm going to turn that leaf that way because I have one right there. I'm just carrying on and I'm not paying attention. It's okay, we needed the leaf there anyway. I lost a bead? Yes, I did. Alright, now we'll put in our twists. And we have enough room for one more cluster. There we go. And then we're on our last branch after this one, which is exciting. And this is why I like also to cut the wires as I go, because now I don't have to go back to a bunch of wires sticking up, and it looks nice and neat. Just hold on to your work and pass those two wires down. And get a tug like that, but you need to hang on to it while you do that, and then bring it back across the top of your hoop and clip nice and close like that, and then just push them down. But you need to hold on to them while you do that, otherwise you'll be all over the hoop and you're going to break your wire. Now, last branch, I'm going to put in a leaf because I do it all the time on both the left and the right. It's just something I've become accustomed to doing. I like it. Don't have to. And you don't have to make clusters. I believe I've already said that in the part 2. You can just string them on. You'll find a technique that you like, or you change them up. 3 little bicones. I'm supporting it with these. Just give it a twist. Close up the space. Now you need to hold on to it. Add a few twists. That hurt. Yes, I did just do that. I'm working out of a metal tray and I just smashed my hand. Okay, we're almost done. And then we're going to have some fun shaping up the tree and embellishments. That's my favorite, shaping up and embellishments. Let's see, how long? We're 20 minutes in. I'm going to see. I'm pretty sure we can get it done in no time. I'd like to finish this project in this part. You can always pause it and come back to it, but I would rather just finish it because we're really close. I think this went by faster than the first half. There we go. Oops, got an extra one. And if you notice the long wire, I'm twisting with that. And let's see, I'm just going to put another, even though it looks like it's going to be too tight, I can always slide 2 off if I have to. But I also have to shape up the tree, so I think we'll be okay. I just won't twist it yet. Just check it out first. It's easier to not twist than it is to take it apart. That's not a good thing to do, even though I do it. I have to. There we go. Oh yeah, we can make that work. And I'm even going to put it right onto my hoop, like that. Put it over the top. Hold on to those 2 twisted wires. Tuck them down. Fingers still supporting that on the hoop. And you're going to pass it back up beneath the hoop above your last cluster of beads. And then give it a tug and cross it over to cut. There we go. And push those 2 wires down. We can get back in there after we tighten up the tree. I don't think I can get in there right now. Oh yeah, I can. I don't know if you can see. I think you can. All right. Now, get rid of all the noisemakers. I don't know how I end up with so many messy spots. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to hang on to my work, and I'm going to go back. Now I'm going to support it from underneath and press down with the thumb for tension, and put in my little bends like this without letting go. This is a pressure point. That's where you'll find my thumb. I'm going to bring this finger up because this is not, I'm not going to be able to hold it otherwise. Get your fingers in there. Don't be afraid to move them around. You got to support that work. And now I'll get down here and put a bend in right there because this branch is lower. We'll shape up the tree. This is the back. This is the front. Okay. Now, and spread them out. Get a look at our work. And, oops, don't do that. You don't want to break it. Almost. Okay. What I'd like to do now, something I pretty much do regularly, is to put a little bend right in my tree here. Sometimes I can do it with just my fingers. Just a little bend, not a big one. but you got to be careful too. You don't want to break your wire. Okay, so now I'll get back to that. Let's get into these roots. Because of the way that they're twisted, we're going to pretend I didn't hear that. I'm going to get into the little, there's two twisted, a little different than I usually do. And we're going to just bend those. I'm supporting right up here and underneath. And then the long root, I'll get in there and make a few. See? Like that. And get in there and make another one. Do them on each. There's two for every section on the bottom, if you can see that. And just go in there like this. Get the bottom and then go up a little bit. And give that a tug, a little twist. That'll also, that's pulling on my tree. Give it like that. And then we can shape it up. For a little tree, it's awful cute. I like the shape of it. So right now, this is what we're looking at. It's very easy. The roots were easy. And next we will lace. What is lace? This is 24 gauge wire. You can use 22 if that's all you have. That's what you made this with. And this is what I use. I don't measure it. There's a in detail tutorial on lacing or wrapping, and I don't make a tree without doing it, and I'll show you why. Because once you've done your tree, you don't want this to happen, because you will break a branch. You want it to be as beautiful in a week, in a year, as the day you made it. So we lace. It secures our work. I'm going to bring my wire up through my hoop, wrap it around my hoop, and pass it down. I'm going to go quick, guys, because there is a tutorial on just that. I don't want to take too much time right here. I'm going to wrap it around again. That's why I cut it long, because I'd rather not come up short and have to end it and then start again at a different branch, the same way that I'm doing here, the same way we do every branch. So now you can check it's nice and tight. I'm going to bring it, backtrack it one, because you want to go right, and I see I need to bend that little wire right there, across the top of the branch, pass it down, go around your hoop, pass it down like that, adjust your branch. We're going to just move them around and then cross over the top, the neck of your branch right there. This wire is going to keep it from moving. Pass it down, give it a little tug around the hoop again. Now if we have more branches, if we just strung them, they'd be closer together, and then you don't need to wrap it around your hoop. You just pass it over the top of your branch and then around the hoop again, and secure your work always. And this is almost the last part of the project. After the wrapping is embellishments, and we're going to go right into that. That's easy. It just is, it's like the frosting, you know, makes it pretty. And you personalize it however you choose. And that's what I'm getting close to. If you saw the last project that I made with the purples and the icy blue, I added a butterfly. I have a thing for butterflies, not unicorns, and yeah, everybody has their thing. I love butterflies. So on Amazon, did a search for enamel butterfly charms, and I have them in every color. So I'm going to make use of that. And I found that the only way to do it and secure it is by putting it through the little clasp on the top. It's like a little gold hoop. That's for like a bail if you're doing like jewelry. And if I wrap it around the hoop, it's still gonna just spin around. So I'm gonna put it onto my hoop, and I'm gonna pass it down right across the butterfly. You're not even gonna notice it. Right here in between those two back wings, like that. And now I'm gonna get the end. I'm gonna bring it back up. I don't think I want to go through that bill. I'll go right there in front of it. And give it a pull. Go right down again behind that wing. Actually, I do want to go through the bill. Sorry, guys. All right. I didn't realize that I'd see that wire. Okay, give it a little tug again. And now around the butterfly again, like that. And around the hoop. Like that. And slide up the next branch. Anchor your butterfly however you'd like. And we're gonna cross over the branch. No, hang on to that butterfly, because we're still tightening up and we don't want it to spin around, because then we'll have to backtrack. And it's nice and secure. I'm gonna pass it down. Oops. Right around the hoop again. And move to the next branch, like that. Bring it across your branch, around the hoop. I'm still holding on to that butterfly. Slide your next branch, go across the top, lace right over it. Now, move my fingers down because I need to get to the last branch. Slide that one up, pass it across the top, and again. Now, backtrack across the top of that branch, just like that. Give it a nice tug, bring up that wire like this, cross it over, and cut. I know that was fast. The tutorial that I did for that is very, very slow. And I don't like to go slow when I'm like doing this, because I want to get to the final last part of the project. Now you can still move your branches and you can still adjust your roots, but they're not going to slide around. You see, they're not moving all over your hoop. That's why I do what I do. So now we're looking like this. You can still adjust your branches. Just pull down on them a little bit, not too much. You can also move your roots around. Get them where you want them. And now I'm going to try to get in and put a gentle bend in my tree without denting it. Just a little bend, not too much, without breaking my hoop. Well, if I can do it, that's great. If I can't, that's okay too. Well, it's good enough. There, like that. Okay, so now, what are we going to do next? I'm going to add something at the bottom. I have a rose quartz pendant. Those are also in a playlist. This one here is just a clear. I think I'll stick with this one. And to do that, we need to put a jump ring in first, because it won't hang right if we don't. And then we all know, if you've been around, my favorite part is not doing this the right way. Grab 2 pairs of pliers and go in opposite directions. I am not good at it, so usually I use my finger and my pliers, and doesn't always work, but I still do it. If you can do them and close them up real good with the pliers, I'm envious of you, because I'm not good at it. I'm going to try and get this on the first time. The second jump ring I'd like to attach to my hoop. Oh, I've got it on there. Let's see. Okay, it stayed. Alright. Now, and this is not the right way. Do it like that. It's quicker. Doesn't always work. Sometimes. But for me, it's easier to use my thumb. And then you have your pendant. I was actually looking at this. I have a thing for these because they're so reflective, but I think that wouldn't look good on this one. So let me move this out of the way and show you what we have. Oh, it looks like that. I think it's cute. It's adorable. So the next thing we're going to do is put our chain to hang. So I have two pieces of chain. This is a paperclip chain that I got from Amazon, and I have to make sure that they're the same length, and they are, because the paperclip chain alternates in front and back. They have to be the same length, or your chain isn't going to hang right. I'm going to put a jump ring right there, and that, because it's a paperclip chain, if you don't, it's not going to hang right. If you're going to put it on a hook or on a suction cup in a window, it's going to hang. You're going to get a kink like this in your chain. It's not going to hang good like that. It will be crooked. But now you've got a jump ring, and you can put this on a hook, on a ribbon, or a suction cup on a window, however you choose to hang your tree. So now, let's see where we're going to put it. I would like it to hang. You can always move your branches a little bit. That's the good thing about lacing. You can adjust your branches, but they're not going to separate on you. So we're going to attach it to our hoop. I'm thinking maybe right here, right before a branch, because you want to see that where it's going to hang, where the pressure point is going to be. It's going to be on that branch, which is fine. It's laced. If I did it down here, it would just make a bigger space to the center of the hoop. And I want it to be even on both sides. You can always slide your roots around. You can adjust your tree a little bit to make it hang right, but you can't move them around too much. That's the whole idea of lacing, because you want it to stay where you put it. So now, if this is going to be the top, that would have to be, I believe, right here. Okay, right there, I think. Can't always count your branches because they're not all the same. The spacing is just not. So I wasn't sure. We're going to try it here. Ooh, I've got a jumper. If it doesn't work there, we'll slide it up to the next space. There. That's what's good when you have the big spaces. When you do a cluster, instead of just stringing them, you have a easier time getting your jump ring onto your hoop. Now, we'll pass the chain onto the jump ring and hopefully get this right the first time. And we did. Nice and even. Now, I have to hold it up and look at it first so I can tell you if it's right. And I believe it is. Let's see. Let's see. I think it is. What do you think, guys? Let's just pull this up a little bit so you can see the whole project. And there you have it. We've got a cute little butterfly and our chain. I'll take a photo of it. And then our rose quartz pendant at the bottom. And that is the end of this little project in a 4-inch hoop. The next one will be in a 5-inch hoop. And I may have to slide my butterfly. We can adjust that. Alright guys, I'll take a little video of that and I will post it. And I will see you for the next one. See you soon, guys. Thank you.